views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Γεια σας! Welcome to Modern Odyssey on BronxNet and beyond. I'm Despina Afentouli. Today we're going to talk about the island of Kasos in Greece and the Kassian Brotherhood, which is located in the Bronx, New York. Kasos Island has a mild climate and lies in the southeast Aegean Sea between two other Greek islands, Crete and Karpathos. The island's history dates back to the ancient times. The ancient poet Homer, who is the author of the two epic poems Odyssey and Iliad, and is considered as the father of history, mentioned Kasos Island participating in the Trojan War along with its neighboring islands. Kasos Island had often been invaded by pirates, yet its people contributed to the Hellenic Revolution in 1821. So how did a large part of its inhabitants end up to other islands, and especially in the United States? This is something we're going to explore along with our two special guests today, the President, Mr. George Mastromanolis, and the Vice President, Mr. Nikolaos Papageorgiou of the Kassian Brotherhood. Mr. Mastromanolis and Mr. Papageorgiou, welcome to our show, and thank you for having us here in the Kassian Brotherhood. So the history of the 12 islands, including Kasos, have been interconnected with Hellenism. Yet, they were under the Frankish rule, the Ottoman rule, and the Italian rule. And on March 1948, the Deccanese, as we call them, islands in Greece, were finally fully integrated with the Hellenic Republic. And I would like to ask you, Mr. Papageorgiou, according to your opinion, how did the Hellenic identity and spirit was preserved all these years?
The Kassians never forgot their history, they never forgot their religion, and they fight all the time when the Greek nation needs help. Even from the years of Trojan War, Omeros says that 3 ships from Kasos went to help the Greek ships and war. For 638 years, the islands of Dodekanissos, the 12 islands of Dodekanissos, of course including Kasos, was occupied with the Turkey Ottoman Empire, and they continue occupied 1912 to 1948 from the Italians that came after the Turks. The Kassians, they had a beautiful ships and they had trade with in Aegean, and they travel until Egypt, France, Virito, and they bring a lot money and a lot wealth to the islands. But when the war starts, 1981.
Oh, you mean 1821?
1821. Yeah. The Kassians help the nation with their ships. Their ships that they was trading well. They become warships, and that's why the Turks didn't like this island, because they give them a lot of troubles. And in 7th of June 1824, they came and they burned and they kill everybody in the island as a punishment for their support to the Greek nation.
So I would like to ask you, why is it important to remember this date, 6th and 7th
Yes.
June?
It's important to remember because they could say to the Turks, welcome, go ahead and take over what we have, and nobody's going to bother you. But our Greek history dictates us to fight for our religion, for our territory, from our families. That's why they did, and we are very proud of them. And that's why we celebrate the idea that they fight for all these values that they are very important to humanity.
You are still having this important day of remembrance, and you honor this date until this date.
We celebrate when we became Greece in 7th of March 1948, when the Italians left the islands and the Greek flag show up in
The island.
the island of Kasos, and everybody was feeling grateful and happy. After 638 years, they keep their language, they keep their religion, they keep their the language, and they always had a Greek flag under their jacket. All these years, the young kids, they have a Greek flag behind under their jackets, and when they meet on the street, the two Kassian boys, let's say, or man and a woman, they look around so they don't see any Turks or any Italians later.
Oh.
And they show the Greek flag with very proudly. So imagine how happy they were all these with this celebration.
So from time to time, Kassians ended up in other lands, like England, Egypt, Rhodesia, but many of them came to the United States, right? So I would like to ask you, why did these people come to the United States, and why did they choose Bronx to stay here?
Kassians, they was make a living by go to the ships they had all these years, work on the ships, and then they went to Egypt to open the Canal Suez. About 2,500 to 3,000 of them, they went there, and they try and they donate their time. Some of them, they die because those years, it was a lot of viruses like today's, and some of them, they die, but they donate so much to the open of the Canal Suez that the reception mechanic, the chief mechanic, asked them, "What do you want me to do for you?" And they asked to name Alexandria near Kasos, New Kasos. So they told him, "Look, you know something? You did a lot, but no, we're not going to do that." But they write the name of Kasos in a big stone, and they put it in the middle of the Canal Suez in the water.
That's very
And
inspiring.
after that, after Egypt, they went to Rhodesia, they went to Australia, they came here in United States. United States, you see, first Kasiotes come with the ships, they jump off the ship, something that I did when I came in the United States 52 years ago. And they stay here from the beginning of 1900. Some of them, they went to San Francisco, some of them, they went to Chicago, some of them in Florida, and most of them, they stay here in New York.
As far as I know, the only one brotherhood you have in the United States is in the Bronx, is located in the Bronx, actually.
Yes, Kassian Brotherhood Corporation, our association, is the only Greek association who has his own building in the Bronx. Mm-hmm. It's the only Greek association. And we are proud of that. And we live in New York area about 750 Kassians. And the purpose of the organize this association was to help each other. Some of them, there was relatives, there was friends, there was brothers, sisters, first cousins. They know from those years when they was in Kasos, they went to school together. So it was a good idea to organize this association for helping each other when they need help.
But why did they choose the Bronx?
We chose the Bronx because the first person who came here was Nick Diakakis, and he bought one house here on Heath Avenue. Then he says to his friend George Vredos, George, come and buy another house. It's next to me. They are on sale. And he came here as the second. Then Fotinias Pras came, invited from Diakakis Nick, and I came I was number 5 coming on Heath Avenue, and slowly want each other to for feeling support and feel secure. They came and they bought about 48 houses in one block, Heath Avenue, and some houses on Bailey Avenue. And we have in the center of this, we have the Kassian Brotherhood Association and the building when we bought 1982.
So you are one of the oldest members and one of the oldest inhabitants in the area from Greece.
Yes, 52 years ago I was one of the youngest. Today I'm one of the oldest. I feel proud that I donate whatever I donate, if I donate something. I'm glad and proud that I wrote the history of this association. And I'm proud that we have so nice members that many times they make me feel proud. And it was very nice to serve them if I serve anything. They served me and they gave me the same feelings to love the island we come from, and we never forget, and we always like to go back.
That's very...
One way or the other, we say, alive or dead.
That's very emotional and very important.
That's what we have in our minds.
So I would like to ask Mr. Mastromanolis, and how many members do you have here in the Kassian Brotherhood?
We pressed this the recent timing now, and we're counting members writing on the books. It's around 700, but the most active right now is around 200. And we like to slowly bring more people back. It's not easy because that was the base, so everybody came here around this area, Heath Avenue and Bailey Avenue, but few of members, they move for the kids, for the jobs reasons, so they move in different areas. But still, that's the base. So right now it's around 200 members to it's active and precipitate any we do for our kids.
And they come every day, right?
We come every day. We have a social club, and a lot of people come, and after work just to have a coffee, socialize, and change ideas, have some snacks, and they try to keep together. I call this one. It's a good thing to own the building, so we can do whatever we want. We want to keep that together and feel secure and meet each other, bring the new generation here to try to keep it close and extend it.
And you are very united here. You come here every day. This is something really important.
Yes, we try to bring the kids to, our kids get together. That's the only way to stick together to stay longer to the community because it's a different country, and we try to live our dream to go one day back. So try to be united and just stick the Greek community for us and the religion.
So Kasos Island, it's a very famous island for its fishing, for trade, for shipping, for shipbuilding, and of course for plaster, excavation, and export. And I would like to ask you, to what extent the Kassians' experience in these fields contributed to their work later here in the U.S., in the United States?
A lot of people, that was their way to come to United States. They jumped, they jumped the boat, everybody said. So, and they went to the field, they went to construction, because they went to the cooking and the restaurants. Most is the construction and the restaurant. That was the most two fields they went. Down the island, back then, they have the jeeps and all the farms with the sheep and the goats. So people that have the experience to make the cheeses, to make the cooking for that, and they transfer here to United States. So and the hard work, of course, it's just to live on a small island, on the south part of Greece, with hard transportation, and they communicates with the other people. So it's you gotta build the hard work and put your heart anything you do to be success.
Of course. And you said that many Kassians who came here, they were working in the restaurants and in the food industry, let's say.
Yes.
But they brought the local tradition, the local cuisine of Kasos here.
Yes, they incorporate few plates and few ideas on the existing menu here. They added up few dishes, pasta dishes, few Greek dishes, and they make success. And the families try to get together, like 3 brothers, 3 cousins, and they like to get together and buy a restaurant. So it was back then. That's the way to start. It was they don't have a lot of money, so everybody put a few dollars, and they open a place. And a year later, some other cousins and friends, they open another place. So Sundays or holidays, they went each other. Let us go to see their friends there, But they put a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of hours back then, starting from cleaning dishes to just to own the restaurant eventually later on.
So before, Mr. Papageorgiou mentioned the reasons why and when the Kassian Brotherhood was founded. And I'd like to ask you, because the Kassian Brotherhood was founded for certain reasons by that time, to what extent have these causes changed over the years? Because now we're talking about like 3rd, 4th, 5th perhaps generation.
Yes. Starting the 1930, this year we have the 90 years anniversary. Back then it was more single people, was now families came with a boat, job of the boat, and try to make money to send it back to families surviving in Greece. So it was not a lot of couples or women, it was few. Mm-hmm. So they create the brotherhood just to help each other. Let's say somebody gets sick, or how can this guy pay the bills if you go to the hospital? So that was the reason. More any accident or anything, just to help each other. Later on with the years, the more women came, the families came, the kids.
They came from the island?
They came from the island, yes. As soon as the men get the papers, they invite the wives, they invite the sisters, the mothers. So the more the family came, and right now it's different. And right now we have our own building. Back then we don't have it. Mm-hmm. After 1980, we have our own building. And now it's more families. They got kids, the grandkids, the grandkids. So we have to change, not only helping, now we have to provide the Greek flame, all the traditional of the islands, the dancing,
The music.
and music, of course. And you see it before with we have a little before. We try to teach in our brotherhood, donate and bring the teacher so we can continue all the traditional and the music and the dances from the U.S. members.
To preserve the Greek culture.
Yes.
And of course the local culture from the island, right?
Absolutely, yeah, that's our goal.
So Mr. Papageorgiou, can you tell us a few words about the founders of the Kassian Brotherhood? Who were they?
Βεβαίως. Of course, yes. I would like to tell you that 1930, the first president was Emmanuel Argyros. And when I tried to write that book, very little people, they knew who was the first president. Everybody mentioned different names. Finally, we find some documents that 100% says the first president was Emmanuel Argyros. They try to help each other if somebody gets sick, and they try to work to send some money in the family they left behind in Kasos, when the most of these years was occupied with Italians.
What period?
From 1912 to 1948. 1948, when we become Greece, about 10-15 of Kassians, around 20, 30 years old, you know, they left and they went in Kasos and they got married, and they bring the brides from the island of Kasos. So this way they want to make sure there was the best choice for them. I don't know if that was really true, but I know it works a lot. From those years, after the 48, a lot Kassians start show up here. I remember names, but you know, it's so many of them. I write in the book all the names, and the only presidents I remember was John Papas, George Sakelis, Nick Βασιλιάς or Nick King, το Βασιλιάς το κάνει εκεί, ναι. George Diakakis, Κώστας Περσελής, Νίκ Σιδιάρης, Μιχάλης Ζούλης, Βασίλης Περσελής, Βιντιάδης Γεώργιος, ο Γιώργος ο Μαστρομανόλης, και εγώ ήμουν πρόεδρος κατά διαστήματα.
In Greek, you speak Greek.
I feel very proud because I represent a beautiful people of Greek community here in the Bronx, and I would like to say thanks to everybody, because I used to have a coffee shop for 30 years on Webster and Bedford, and all of the people here, all the American people, they welcome us and they support us in our business. They never say any bad words to us or anything, and I can tell you through the BronxNet, I have the best friends from those years, and I remember with Judy. I remember them, Judy, and that's all. I can tell you that our association is one of the best in the New York area. Because we come from a small island, we have a lot people, a lot members compared to the size of the island, and we all live around the center of this building.
You are determined.
Yes.
And I know, I'm sure there are certain people who helped, who contributed to have this building here,
Yes.
right?
Nick Rethymnis gave us 30,000, and other Greek owners from Kasos, because we have a group of people, they own a lot still up to date. We have people from Kasos, they have a big tankers and ships.
Ship owners.
Ship owners, and somebody gave us $30,000 without saying his name. So we had $60,000 in 1982, and we bought this building for $62,000, and today the value is more than $1 million.
That's so important.
We thank everybody.
That's so nice.
Yes.
And Mr. Mastromanolis, what kind of activities do you offer to your members?
Yes, we first of all, the most important is to try to learn the kids the dance, learn the kids
the Greek dance,
and the local dance.
The local.
To get the music to the heads, that's the sound. You know, if you go the summertime down in the island for vacation, that's where you're gonna sound. So and you feel proud if you learn from here. You go back to a different country. You go to your mother country or your grandfather country, and you listen to this music, and you be part of the cycle to dance with them. And that's the first thing we try to do, to keep the community together, to bring all the Greek flames. We precipitate on all the important days for the Greeks. It's the March 25th was the
Independence Day,
the Greek Independence Day. We provide bus to the members, and we go to Fifth Avenue, and we be part of the parade. We every summer, the most our member, we down to Greece. So if the members that stay here, we provide 2 times on the summertime, 2 trips to the different beaches. So we take them to
in Kasos.
No, here. The members, they stay here. So we provide them day trip buses, and they go to beaches, you know, Long Island, Connecticut, and the tri-state area. And the New Year's Day, we make that traditional. And New Year's Eve, we celebrate here. It's all the members invite, and we change the year here. So we feel it was like a big family, cousins, friends, and we try to do that every year. The last, I believe so, was 30 years. We try to do that.
And one other thing I've learned that you did is that you supported. And actually, you were the Kassian Brotherhood, who was one of the main sponsors of the Kasos Maritime Archaeological Project. So
Yes.
would you like to tell us a few words about it?
Yes, a couple of years ago, they came, a group of people in Greece, and they emailed us, and they came here for presentation. They have a program to start for 3 years program to start experimenting down in the island. It's underwater, for underwater archaeology, and we're proud that to bring it up all the history, all these things hiding all these years without know that. And we'll continue the project. Yes, of course, we're expanding. Yes.
That's great. And from the sea, from the Aegean Sea, we go to music. And I know that Mr. Papageorgiou has written many books with Madinades. And I know that Lyre and, of course, Madinades, the Greek songs that we call them in Greece, are a very local tradition and very interesting, and they are a crucial part of the festivals and the religious festivals we have in Greece, and of course a crucial part of the Kassian culture.
Yes. Mandinades, you hear Mandinades in Crete, Karpathos and Kasos, and of course in all the other Dodecanese islands. Mandinades is small poems that you
sing them.
You sing them at once, you know, at the time when is the party. You have to be fast, and you have to know how to answer and talk when they talk. You cannot say Mandinades with different theme. You have to answer what they ask you. And it's two stichi. It's, with other words, it's...
two lines, I guess.
4 small lines. That's why they call it disticha. I wrote about 53,000 of them, and I have a book with 4,500 poems, Mandinades, and some of them they talk about the problems that you have living in America, the problems you have working on a ship. If somebody dies, you say you are sorrow with Mandinades. If somebody's getting married, you say all your wishes to the bride and the groom with Mandinades. And sometimes when they get drunk, one is bother the other with piragmata.
Joking around,
yes. And all of them, they left. It's a beautiful expression. And with Mandinades, we celebrate the freedom from Italians. Some Mandinades that I have in my books. And I hope someday they become in regular books like this and stay in the house of Kassians and all the Greeks.
And you mentioned, how hard is it actually to learn this kind of art?
It's very easy. It's very easy, but you have to have maybe the talent. And you see, sometimes in my family, my aunt make good Mandinades, my mother and my other aunt and my father.
But this is something you are not taught, right?
My other brothers, I have 5 brothers, make some Mandinades. I make like a professional.
But I'm saying that you're not going to school to learn how to do that.
No, you don't go to school, but it's a trick. It's a trick that I know how to teach the kids.
Oh.
Because let's say you say 2-3 words and you cannot find the end. So you change the front. You use different word in the front. And then you find another word that is very difficult because my English is not good enough to explain to you. But usually is in the family. It runs in the family. Like Stavros with the lira, all his family, they play lira and they say Mandinades. So it's a gift from God to know how to paint, to know how to play music, to know how to make Mandinades, or everything.
And you've written a special Mandinada for us today.
I wrote a few special Mandinades for you today, but it's in Greek.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
You can read them.
Τη Δέσποινα ευχαριστώ που πάντα μας θυμάται και έρχεται εις τη λέσχη μας το σύλλογο τιμάται. Η Κάσος είναι μικρό νησί και όλοι να το προσέχουν. Όταν θα έρθει στη σκέψη μου, τα δυο μου μάτια τρέχουν. Το τι θα πει πια σύλλογος, κάθε ένας μας το ξέρει. Είναι το δημαρχείο μας σε αυτά τα ξένα μέρη.
That's beautiful.
Αυτά ευχαριστώ τη κυρία Αφεντούλη και τον Bronx Neck. I would like to thank Bronx Net for the time they spent here in our club. And all of you that support us, and we try the best we can Too bad my English was not too good. That's because I always communicated with the Greek community here, and I didn't have time to learn better English.
And of course, Michael.
And of course, Michael, we thank you, we welcome you, and I tell you, come again, all of you, come again.
So I would like to ask both of you, how do you feel about the future of the Kassian Brotherhood? So Mr. Mastromanolis, would you like to say?
Yes, our goal right now is to bring the new generation close to us, to make love the brotherhood, to be happy to be around with the different activities. And as soon as we get the new generation, we're going to have a good continuations. So our goal right now, we're working on it. That is a part of the dance classes, is that, and a few other Christmas party, Halloween parties. Try to keep our kids close. As soon as we make that, we got a success future. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping and believe in that.
That's very important. And Mr. Papageorgiou, how do you feel about the future?
We are very happy to live in a free country that they let us keep our religion, our freedom of speech, and give everything that we was dream coming here. And I would like to tell you that I sent all my kids, the two daughters I have in the Greek school and American school, Greek American schools, and they speak perfect and write perfect English and Greek. And my granddaughter and grandson in the Greek schools, and they speak both languages. And we are proud that we give and show the street that they have to continue after the older people
The path.
passed.
Yeah.
We're going to leave something to do for them.
That sounds really
Thank you very much.
important. Thank you so much. Mr. Mastromanolis, Mr. Papageorgiou, thank you so much for this fascinating discussion.
Thank you for inviting us, and thank you for having us in your time, and thank you the Bronx Net. Thank you, Ms. Afentouli, and your crew, Mr. Michael, Steve, and Francesca, and for your time. And it was nice, and thank you for get our brotherhood exposed to the Bronx community.
Thank you so much. I wish all the best for the Kassian Brotherhood and for you personally and your families.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Same to you.
Thank you. So at this point, I would like to go and talk to the youngest members of the Kassian Brotherhood who are having a dancing lesson right now with their teacher, and of course, to the musician who is playing live traditional Greek music. So I would like to congratulate you for these great dances. And I'd like to ask you, why do you like to learn dancing, actually? Who wants to say? Yes. Your name? Your name?
Maria,
And why do you like Maria?
because I dance.
Okay. Who else?
Because I want to dance.
What's your name?
Tommy,
Tell me, why do you want to learn dancing?
because my uncle wants me to.
You don't want to.
I do.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah. So, what's your name and why do you want to learn dancing?
My name is Sophia, and I love dancing because I do live at Greece. And that's why I like dancing also.
Thank you, Sophia. Yes, here. Okay, start. You go both. Your name and
My name is Irene, and I like dancing because it's exciting and you can do tons of performances if you learn like every time when you go to rehearsal, and it's very fun.
that's nice. Your name and why do you like dancing?
Εγώ είμαι η Ζωούλα και μου αρέσει το χορό γιατί είναι καλό και είναι fun. Και αυτό.
Thank you. Who else wants to say something? Here, yes, your name and why do you like Greek dancing?
My name is Anna Maria, and I like dancing because it helps you do Greek dancing, and after dance, I got some treats for everybody.
That's great. Thank you so much. Anyone else?
No.
No? Oh, yes, here. We have two more. Your name and why do you like dancing, Greek dancing?
My name is Manoli, and my sister says that I dance bad.
Thank you. And you? Your name and your...
Hi, my name's Arodia, and I like Greek dance because it's I like it because it's fun and like it's exciting, and it's a great experience for me.
That's so nice. She's your sister? Oh. Ioanna Kyriakou is a dance teacher here at the Kassian Brotherhood.
Yep.
And I'd like to ask you what kind of dancing you've been teaching to the children and why?
Well, because we're at the Kassian Brotherhood, we're obviously doing a lot of the dances from Kasos specifically. We're doing the traditional songs and dances. We don't only do dancing, we do singing as well. And then after they learn all the Kassiotika, they will learn from other parts of Greece too. And, you know, a little bit of everybody. But obviously here we focus more on the traditions and songs of Kaso.
So what kind of songs did they play before?
Well, today what you saw were two of the main dances from Kaso. The first one was called Zervos, which actually means to go to the left, which is why it goes the other way. And then they danced their Kassiotiki Susta, which is probably one of their best known dances. And it's a Susta means springy, so it's a little bouncy dance.
So are you having an event that you're preparing, about?
Yes, actually this Sunday, the Kassian Brotherhood will be one of many clubs that are going to celebrate the Ensomatosi των Δωδεκάνησων, which is when the Dodekanika, the 12 islands in the Aegean, were reunited with mainland Greece. And so we're going to be at St. Demetrius in Astoria, where all of the clubs are going to go down and perform and share what they have in their island. And it's going to be a great event. There's lots of people, there's a lot of music, there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of food, and it's a great time.
That's great. Thank you so much. So we have here Mr. Stavros Kikis. He's playing the lyre, the Greek lyre actually. And I'd like to ask you, when did you start first playing the Greek lyre?
Yeah, I started this instrument since I was 8 years old. And I used to play in school, every celebration, and the girls used to dance, all the traditional dances. And after that, when I was growing up, I was playing on small towns. We get together and we have a parties and all that.
And how did you learn to play the Greek lyre?
Well, everybody in my family, they used to play the lyre, so I have no choice. So I learned that too.
So you're a self-taught, right?
Yes.
And how difficult is it to play the lyre?
Well, it's difficult because it has no notes. It's a blind instrument, like the violin. You don't see anything on it, so you go by the sound. You know what I mean?
And how important is it to preserve the Greek traditional music?
It's important to us because that's our music. You know what I mean? A few islands, they still play that instrument. It's like a Karpathos, Crete, Kasos, Rose, not too many.
It's an ancient Greek instrument.
Yeah, it's an ethnic, yes, it's an ethnic.
And you make your own
I make
lyre,
my own
right?
now. Now I make my own, I don't buy.
Can you show us your lyre?
Yeah.
Can you show it?
Yes, sure.
Don't move.
10 to 12 days to make one. 10 to 12. Everything's by hand. You gotta dig the wood out, make the shape. You know what I mean?
So how many days does it take to make one Greek lyre?
12 to 15 days. All by hand. That's about it.
What kind of wood is it?
My wood is rosewood. This is a rosewood. But we use walnut and curly maple. That's about it. The strings is lyre salt. And then we have this one, it takes all the strength with the strings, you know what I mean? That's it. Actually, that's it.
So thank you so much. I wish you all the inspiration.
I thank you.
It looks bleak. It feels bleak. But the city isn't shut down because our public services keep working. In spite of, and in the face of, the dangers, we can count on them. And to keep them working and funded now and in the future, we need to be counted. Self-respond now to the 2020 census at my2020census.gov.
We know that people are dealing with the health crisis, but there's also a lot of food insecurity.
We're giving out healthy food options, and that's what's key here.
If you're a senior, you have a disability, they'll actually deliver meals to you.
The residents are anxious, they're worried, they're scared, they want to be tested.
When things were happening in our community, and we couldn't get the help.
There's almost a presumption of criminality that attaches to your skin color.
The site will prioritize those who are at highest risk in the population.
If you feel symptoms and you'd like to visit one of these COVID-19 testing sites here in the Bronx, you may call the State Health Department's hotline.
Important to note about this site is no reservations are needed. This is a walk-in clinic.
A lot of us are out of work and looking for something to do.
We have the machinery and the skills to make large scales of these masks and gowns.
Take care of your people. It's going to go way further than we actually can understand.
Right now, employees like myself are just adjusting to the new reality.
Reporting from Bronx. Who's most at risk for coronavirus? People over 65, people with underlying medical conditions like heart disease, chronic lung disease, asthma, diabetes, people undergoing cancer treatment, and people with weakened immune systems. What should you do if you or a loved one is at higher risk? Avoid close contact with people. Avoid crowds. Stay home if you can. Wash your hands frequently. Learn more ways to protect yourself and others at coronavirus.gov.
So let's listen to some live music from the younger generation of the Kassian Brotherhood with George and Chrysovoladis. So let's listen to some Kassian music and a real Madinava.
Της ξενιτιάς ο ποιητής, της ξενιτιάς ο ποιητής, της ξενιτιάς ο ποιητής, είναι φαρμακωμένος. Γιατί του λείπω το πώς του, γιατί του λείπει ο τοπός του, γιατί του λείπει ο τοπός του, που βαθιά είναι πληγωμένος. Έκανω κι εγώ το ποιητή, έκανω κι εγώ το ποιητή, κάνω κι εγώ το ποιητή, είμαι φαρμακωμένος. Κι απ' τη ζωή στη ξενίτια, κι απ' τη ζωή στη ξενίτια, κι απ' τη ζωή στη ξενίτια, απογοητευμένος. Θέλω να έρθω στο τόπο μου, θέλω να έρθω στο τόπο μου, θέλω να έρθω στο πόνο μου, που και εκεί να ησυχάσω. Για να έχει νόημα η ζωή, για να έχει νόημα η ζωή, για να έχει νόημα η ζωή, στην όμορφη μας Κάσο. Try the best.